The Boston Marathon bombing was not a failure on the part of the Department of Homeland Security. It was not a fault in the capabilities of the federal government, nor was it a result of the ineptitude of the Boston police force. The Boston Marathon bombing was a consequence of the absence of social responsibilities of the spectators and of the general public. The whole world already knows that terrorism exists, ranging from right-wing ultranationalists to fundamentalist groups to left-wing radicals. America has already been repeatedly bombed by these kinds of people, with the World Trade Center bombing of '93, Oklahoma bombing of 1995, the Atlanta Olympic bombing of 1996, and the numerous incidents in New York since September 11, 2001. We have been repeatedly told to be vigilant, to report packages that look suspicious, and that if you see something, you should say something. But on April 15, 2013, spectators walked around the finish line of the Boston Marathon as if no bomb threats were ever recorded in American history. The bombs were not buried, hidden, or concealed in cars or mailboxes, making them hard to detect or notice. There were no suicide bombers with explosives wrapped around his or her body, covered by layers of jackets and coats, making it impossible for others to see. The bombs were left in plain view, for all to see. Unfortunately, marathon supporters and observers, overwhelmed by a sense of group-think exaltations, ignored the possibilities of threats and forgot the probabilities of risks, choosing instead to go on with their self-indulgent lives and forsaking the importance of being vigilant. It's not my obligation to the rest of the people in the crowd to protect them from apparent harm. It's not my duty to report a suspicious package. I don't need the aggravation. It's not my responsibility to watch out for threats. I'm just here to watch runners. Hundreds, perhaps even thousands of people saw at least 2 bags or packages that were left unattended along the sidewalks. These same people did nothing, ignored everything, and disowned their social responsibilities to others and to society as a whole. The deaths of Ling Ji Lu, Crystal Campbell, and Martin Richard, and the injuries of 180 other people could have been avoided if the spectators, passers-by, and observers were vigilant and took it upon themselves to practice social responsibility and secure the area from suspicious packages. To avoid all the deaths and injuries, all that was needed was 1 or 2 people to see something and then say something. But they didn't. Hundreds, perhaps even thousands, collectively ignored suspicious packages because their emotions left them vulnerable and indifferent. Their silence allowed the Boston Marathon bombing to happen. And so will it be for the next bombing, and the next, and the next, and the next, until people begin to learn that if they see something suspicious, they should say something by reporting it to the authorities or to the police. We're supposed to watch out for each other, but on April 15, 2013, spectators in Boston forgot what that meant.